Hey, John and Mike, brew-news.com. Let's cut to the chase. We're looking at Galaxy Pale Ale.
This is a continuation from the video we posted last week.
It is.
So this is actually an American Pale Ale that you brewed with Galaxy hops somewhere in the boil.
Yep.
Are you going to tell me anything more about this?
Yeah. Here's the base beer. The base beer is 75% American
Two-row?
Pale Ale malt.
Ale malt.
So a 3 Lovibond. Okay, so an American version of, say, like an English Pale Ale malt. 3 Lovibond, not like a 2 or 1.
No.
Okay, so a little bit more malty. It's 75% that, and it's 25% Munich 10. Okay, just to get that orange color. That's what I love in a pale ale.
Yeah.
Now, I bittered this guy with Centennial hops.
Okay.
At 60 minutes, and there's a 5-minute addition of Centennial hops right at the end.
Okay.
This has been dry hopped with 2 ounces of Galaxy.
Really? Okay. Because I'm really trying to find some hop aroma there. I'm getting some nice bready notes from the malt.
This is incredible. This is incredibly bready compared to. I drank a pint of this earlier today.
Oh, I see.
But yeah.
So there's a perceived hop bitterness, but
Yep.
not a lot going on in the flavor category. And of course, we're fresh off of tasting that Galaxy 1 gallon smash.
It's super muted.
Yeah.
I have some comments on that.
Okay.
I mean, I have a feeling that I almost wonder if. So I dry hopped this guy with 2 ounces of Galaxy in a muslin bag with some marbles to weigh it down in the keg.
In the keg.
Under a little bit of pressure.
Are they still in the keg?
They're out of the keg now because I've dry hopped for 4 days.
Yep.
4.5 days. Then I pulled the thing out. The last few pours that I've poured of this guy were super hazy. I mean, super hazy, but big aroma.
Yeah.
And I know it shouldn't happen this way, but I almost wonder if the few pints I've been pulling to sample it as I'm carbonating and stuff like that, if I've been getting a big blast of Galaxy, because I'm really blown away by the mutedness of this.
Yeah.
Compared to what it was before.
I'm trying to warm it up.
I might have to re-dry hop it if it doesn't bounce back here. But anyway, I still think it's coming. It's a little bit there. It could use a little more carbonation to help lift it up.
Yeah. I'm still getting mostly just the bitterness from the
I'm still loving the base beer. I think the base beer is nice.
And
I think the Centennial.
So what yeast strain did you use on
This is USO5 dry ale yeast.
Okay.
Yep. So we do have a second beer.
A variation of this.
Yes.
And you're saying that this is different, but it's up to me to figure out what's different.
You're not going to figure it out, but tell me if you think it is different.
Oh, okay.
Or what perception at all is different for you.
Oh, wait a minute. There's a difference there.
Oh yeah.
I like it when you do the oh yeah, as if, I don't know if it's something like you're actually enjoying it or you're...
That's nice.
There's an acidity to this that is not here. That's...
An acidity.
Yes, there's something there that... Because this is...
Okay, that's...
This is very bready. It's like you've used the analogy of Wonder Bread.
Yep.
Like if you bite, like that's what that is to me. The
Munich is really coming through in this one, right? Like this one has got a malt forward breadiness.
So let me alter that perception. I said acidity. This tastes like a celery stalk.
There is a little bit of that.
Yeah,
for sure.
There is a big time to me celery taste.
No, I get that.
Yeah,
I get that. I get it.
Okay. So I perceived a difference.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
But I don't know what caused that difference.
These beers are almost drinking nothing like what they were yesterday.
Really?
But anyway.
What happened?
I'm almost wondering if the dry hopping with the bag at the very bottom.
Yeah.
If I've actually
you were just in
sucked out all the hop goodness. I pulled the bags out before I started sampling it, so it's not like I was, from there. But I'll have to revisit that. But that's interesting. But there is a difference.
What is the difference?
So this beer was brewed straight up with our tap water.
Ah,
No changes to the tap water whatsoever.
yes.
This beer is the exact same recipe, the same hopping schedule. Everything's. I even bought the ingredients from the exact same place. It's all the same stuff.
Yep.
This beer was my first attempt at brewing with distilled water
And then,
and building
adding-
my water chemistry
wow.
on the way up. So I think, so one thing that I think is interesting to note is that, the first thing you said about this was some level of acidity here.
But maybe that's minerally.
So
Yeah.
the
Huh.
the pH could be slightly different. I measured the pH, and the pH on this one was slightly lower in the mash. I haven't checked the pH of the finished beers, but
Oh, that's what it is, bro.
but the perception here is, I think that there's definitely a
big time.
big time.
That's exactly what it is. I perceive minerally, but it's almost like, our carbonic. There's a mineral element to it, and therefore I don't know if it's really acid.
Yeah, this one there's like a slight, I can get the celery, but like a soap-like quality to it, a little soapy type
Yeah.
quality to it. Interestingly, the breadiness that's screaming out in here.
It's gone.
What's the critical problem with our water?
It has a lot of sodium.
A lot of chlorides,
Yeah.
which chlorides enhance malt,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
so the malt is really screaming out in this one
Yep.
with the chloride.
Yeah, it's
the
wonderful.
chloride heavy water. There is no extra calcium in this beer.
Nope.
Where this one gets about 100 ppms of calcium.
Got it.
And I pushed the, I'm sorry, this is 50 ppms calcium and like 100 ppms of sulfate. So I had like a 2-to-1 sulfite to chloride
Yep.
ratio. So this should be sulfite forward, hop forward. I'm a little bit disappointed the Galaxy isn't screaming out here because it has been in the past.
Yeah.
And I actually think, because it was super hazy before, like gravy hazy.
Yeah.
In that last video, a couple videos ago, I talked about hop choice, and because when I first poured these, they were like New England Pale Ale IPA, like gravy beers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I never get, and they were crystal clear coming out of the fermenter.
Huh.
So I thought, what could this be? Is this really what happens with hops, dry hopped, cold, in a keg, under a little bit of pressure? Is that where that haziness is coming from? A lot of people want to say that haziness is a combination of yeast staying in suspension and hop oils. I mean, 2 ounces of Galaxy isn't like
No. It's not.
mammoth amount,
Yeah.
but it was super hazy. I'm almost wondering if that haze was a lot of hop polyphenols that were really kicking the aroma and flavor.
Mhm.
And
Now
I've
they're
poured
gone.
those out while testing because they were just sitting at the bottom of the keg. But
Congrats.
how to combat that? I mean, do I
I don't
gotta
know.
flip those kegs upside down now? Is that what other people do? I mean, that's an interesting question
I don't
because
know.
there's little dry hop character in this.
Yeah.
Rest assured, I will re-hit this with some dry hops.
Well, I do appreciate the difference in the water chemistry because it is a completely different taste sensation.
I kind of like this though.
I do.
The mouthfeel is different too.
The celery thing threw me off, but I don't know if that's a
Yeah,
fermentation thing or what.
Yeah.
But this is like a typical you and me kind of beer.
Yeah,
And this
yeah.
is, I think that if you were to brew an ordinary bitter using that same formula of
Yeah.
getting your chemistry together,
Yeah. Man.
that would be great.
This
'Cause-
is like Wonder Bread and graham crackers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
boom. This is the first time I've ever really been able to experience the water chemistry thing side by side and dial this in. Same gravities, same finishing gravity,
everything.
same yeast, boom, boom, same system, same brewer, different day. But it's all great.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Wow. Well, let's figure this
This
out.
guy just needs
first.
a little more bitterness kick and
Yeah.
and some more dry hops.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
drinkable beers,
No,
I think.
quite.
I mean,
Yeah. I just think that this is what's going to take you from good to great or great to excellent. You know?
Yeah.
Especially if you get,
now this warms up, I'm really getting more of that, like, just grapefruit.
yeah.
Which that Centennial is. I'm just really getting nice,
It's funny.
mild,
Well-
juicy grapefruit.
What's left is still kind of a strong malty
Yeah.
aroma. You know, it's still sweet. It's like a
Mm.
Munich sweet that I'm getting from it. It's cool. All right, sir.
Very
That was
well.
great. I just wish there were more Galaxy.
What happened?
You drank all the Galaxy.
I
That's
drank
what
all the Galaxy, man.
All right, well that's interesting. I'm fascinated by this,
Yes.
and I want to work on this for some of those English pale styles.
There's more of this stuff coming.
Yeah, I think this is something that we should explore for sure.
The main point of this is I needed to just brew a very similar recipe
Yep.
multiple times because I'm trying to recalibrate my system.
Yep.
And it was an opportunity to just play with a variable that didn't necessarily affect gravity.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm,
Yeah,
that's what
like
I'm
it.
most concerned with my system is starting and finishing gravity right now.
Mhm.
And I feel like I've got it pretty well dialed in. It's a conversation for a new video, but this was a variable that I could throw in to keep it interesting.
Awesome.
If I'm going to produce 10 gallons of basically the same beer,
You might as well, yeah.
keep it interesting.
That's right, and you did. Thank you for that. All right, for John and Mike, brew-dudes.com. Please like, subscribe, and comment below because we'd like your feedback because it helps us to continue to do what we do. Thanks, everyone.
Cheers.